for this and that. Yeah, I'm a realist. If we don't do it, we continue being where we are. No miracle, nothing. Until it is we that is going to do that miracle. You had me. You had me. Without it, nothing. No, we continue being slaves. We continue crying. In Delta, they went and raised down the whole village, opening fire in 21st century Nigerian military in Biafra land. They kill children, old men, the following not that, the following day they came back to show you that it's not a by accident, and they killed more than 50. Any person moving, they shoot. Another day, the following 2 days, they came back and started burning everywhere. And you are telling me that we are alive, that we are living people. If we don't remove ourselves from this mess we call Nigeria, before God and man, we will all perish. I go. Let us tell ourselves the truth, and let us remove this weakness from this weakness. How many places in the north, notwithstanding the mayhem being perpetrated, how many Nigerian military have been butchered every day in different northern part of Nigeria? The other time, terrorists went to Nigerian Defense Academy in Kaduna and massacred the high-ranking officials of Nigerian army. Well, did you ask anything they did till today? Nothing. Nothing. Because the people they are together, you cannot do anything. You cannot do anything. They are sponsoring their terrorists in order to do the thing. They don't go on the streets in Kanu, Nigerian military, start killing, burning houses. They don't. Who burned them? But in our land, it is a very soft spot. One of the reasons we are highly separated. If religion didn't separate us, this one say, no, I'm not Igbo, I'm a Joy Igbo, I'm Delta Igbo, I'm this and that Igbo, I am this, you people Igbo. But when the catastrophe is hitting, the reality is hitting all of us, and you cannot open eye, because you are stupid. Why can't they do the same in the north? Ask yourself, why? The colonial legacy is there on ground. Is facing us, dealing with us.
In points and tagging where there are mineral resources and extract, using those terrorists to fund them with those money, destabilizing the people of Africa. Double standards. Imagine those terrorists, if they don't come in Africa armed, they will come as the journalists, as the oppositional parties, as the advocates of human rights with their international organizations. If we arrest them on spying on us, you hear the outcry from their masters saying there is a human rights abuse in Africa. But they've kept Julian Assange for a long time.
No, that one is not a human rights abuse. The man Julian Assange. Imagine it is African person being kept. The whole world know Africa, but Julian Assange. These are people that have the human rights record, gods of us, the West. Very hypocritical set of people. Gonzales Liras, an American citizen, was tortured to death in Ukrainian prison. Did you hear it on CNN? Did they go haywire? An American citizen. You know what it means? Because he is criticizing the war of America in Ukraine. So they sold him, and I beg. But they are not human rights abusers, eh? You see that we are in a world of complete hypocrisy. We must play along in this world like that. Are you hearing me? For us to survive as a people, and we must fight our wars. We must fight our battles. We must take the bull in our hand. If look at in Niger Republic, America was there. Now doing their thing, praising the president Bozum, the former president. He is democratic. But Niger is the poorest country in Africa. In the world, one of the poorest. But they praise him because he's representing them well. When this military junta took power, Macron tried to bribe the military junta with they say 60 billion francs CFA, and he refused because they believe that as a black idiot, black monkey, what you need is money. Imagine that is an Igbo man. Or see miracle abiana. Na chukwu na aka anara ego ha, na aka anara ego ha hapụ ga be a nice life. That is, when you are cheap, everything about you becomes cheap. It doesn't matter your wealth, you become very cheap. Let us remove ourselves from this character and turn to men that we wear, our ancestors wear. Are you hearing me? Let us remove ourselves and become men that we're supposed to be. Men of valor that Biafrans are meant to be. Before they came, they weakened us with their virus. I call it virus. They call religion. It's a virus. They weakened us with it. Don't worry, you are enemy. I pray for my enemies. Don't worry, they didn't. What happened? They weakened us with the virus. Virus. This virus they call religion. I am telling you. And I now Soku. If it's our leader. Look at the people that are rising up. Look at them. Look at them. Can you do what they are doing? Can you undergo the suffering they underwent or they undergoing? Look at South Sudan. For 39 good years. First war, 17 years. They waited, they ended in a negotiating table. But being black race now, because before, let me tell you, some people used to say, no, the suffering we have in Biafra land, they will kill us all. They can never kill us all. They are, they will allow for maximum punishment for black people. What a white country or white people can get with pity from the international community, from the West, because of their color, for maybe 5 years, they will allow black people to suffer it for 30, 40 years before they can now, because once the Southern Sudanese war went to the extent that they feel that they have finished. So it became a smear in United Nations, in America's face. They can no longer, they are watching it, they are eating it, they are seeing it every day. They say, no, these monkeys, they resisted, though, which means this thing good for them. I mean, this thing is important for them. So let us do something. They have, not that they want to do it, we are forced, the West, we are forced to look into South Sudanese matter. If it's a white country, within 2 years, they will intervene and say, no, make peace. Because these are the people, their life matter for them, for the war. Forget about all this hypocrisy about racism being, removed from that is nonsense. It's there, complete. You can bear me witness. They are just playing, diplomatic, being diplomatic. But racism is what is controlling the world. What if a white country cry for self-determination? If we take them, what black people, what South Sudan used 39 years to get? A white country that is fighting the same thing, it can just, within 2 years, they allow them. They bring their case to the table, to the world, to the table where it matters. Say, now let us stop this. Is that what you think that our fight, Biafra, will be something of when we tire, we go, we sleep, and after we start again? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not there, so we stop. I have stopped contributing. No more. I'm just watching them. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, we start again. We start again. And the Europeans, the West, they will look into our cases. Is that what you think? They say, you are not serious. Monkeys, you are not serious. You have to show resilience. That is when they will be forced, because there is something. There is a way we do something now. Shame of the whole thing will be on America, on the West, and they will be forced to do something. That's why they ended the war abruptly, Biafra war, because they know that if the war continues for another 6 months, that the countries we are lining up to recognize Biafra. Do you know that? Britain saw it and said, no, they don't want this war to last even another 1 month. They use religion and enter the ban our eternal leader. Ban him. That's why if you're a leader in freedom fighting, nothing should move you, including religion. Nothing. No, your religion is that thing you are fighting for. Otherwise, they will use it against you. The powers that be, they will start. Do you know that the secret services of countries, they will study human being. When you come out as a leader, they will check your profile. They will study you. Where is your weak point? If you're a person that likes women, they mark it thick. Do you know that? If you're a person that you love money, that you love good life, as a leader of a struggle, the secret service, they will mark it thick. It becomes they will use it. They will study your whole profile. Anything they see as weak point, they will mark it. Is that thing they will use against you? Is that thing they will use against you? When they see you are too much religious, oh, which religion? It's okay, don't worry. They laugh. They will use that religion against you. Ha ga-eji aba gị ime sị gị na yuzo ndị na-respect, ndị na-asọpụrụ, ndị isi okpukperechi ahụ ị nọ bara gị anya as a leader. Ha ga-use ya baa gị ime, convince gị that no, ihe awụkwa the will of God. And you believe them. You will respect them out of respect. Chineke. Sometimes I'm not saying na ihe anyị nọ. Some people chena egwu ka anyị gbara egwu ọnwa. Anyị gbara egwu ọnwa anyị laa ndị another day anyị pụtakwa gbawakwa egwu ọnwa. Mba. Either we do this or we don't do it. And we continue being slaves. Let me read you. Look at one of the news headlines. Look at Niger's junta or Niger's junta revokes military agreement with United States. Do you have that audacity? Can you have that? You will say, no, our people now, they there for America plenty. No, America is a God's, there is a way they brainwash God's own people. They write in God we trust. So how Chiku so I gonna so how Chineke inele enwe with water brain on leg. Ndị ahụ ndị otu Chukwu, ndị Jerusalem, ndị Israel. You were a sentiment so ya. How do you think that you can get it? Niger. Let me read it a bit. Almighty America. They cancelled everything. Niger, they revokes Niger's junta revokes military agreement with the US. Do you see? I love what they did. Do you know why? At the first time, let me tell you. There was the first time France wanted to do everything when they remove their puppet. France wanted to go to war by all means using Tinubu and the Ivorian president and all other West African puppets. But no, when the people rose up, they said no. Now, what Niger did was to return America. Listen, Sahel politics. They didn't pursue all of them. Now they isolated France. Listen, that is what really happened. They isolated France, said, no, America, you can stay, no problem. We don't have problem with you, America. We don't have with any other person, but with France. Do you remember when France refused that their embassy must be open? When they pursue even the ambassador, French ambassador to Niger, he refused to go, and they kept quiet. Now they use America. America have to convince France because America, they allow America to be there first. Now they use their game, divide and rule against them. If you play your game very well, you become great. I am telling you. Now America saw that, oh, it's only France. They have to convince France. Nah, don't worry. And France pulled out. America, their big brother, convinced them, say, don't worry. Because they still gave America the, this thing, the space to be there. The leverage, they allowed them. Say, no, America, we don't have any problem with you. You can stay. Your base, no problem. Everything, no problem. So America now have to talk to France privately, saying, nah, about like this. Because all of them, no matter what, all of them are looking for their own interests. For your information, in international politics, no looking at somebody's eyes. You look for your interests. That's how Britain remove itself from Schengen or European Union. Remove themselves because they want their interests. They say, oh boy, if we Europe, everybody. Now we have migrate. We open our doors. Before we know, England, the English eyes will become everybody's land. They say, no, we have to control our land. It's their interest. No matter all of them are Europeans, so they say, oh boy. you see how they do it. They say, no, our people, we the government, we want to stay, but it's our people that they don't want. And we are voted in order to satisfy our people first. Do you see how things are done? So that is what Niger Republic did to them. They say, Okono about the West. Okono we will deal with you. Don't worry. They use other countries, including America, in order to help remove France because France is number one. Now, France grudgingly left. The ambassador finally, after some months, France recalled the ambassador. They closed their embassy and they pulled their military. Now, how many years now? Once they saw that the French chapter is okay, and France is having grudges with America, little grudges by the background, for your information. Now, Niger say now it is time to deal with America. Beg, man, get out. Now, they are more politics, honestly speaking. They know that if they start pursuing all of them at the same time, they will fail. So how many America? Hey, I don't know. Don't worry. On the try you corner. Mana France po. Oh, how I want so it's not you. They divided them. France's voice will become low. If France is talking, say, let us go. America say, nah, cool down. We don't want to open another front. We are suffering in Ukraine. So leave now. After we'll see how we are going to do it, okay? Because they get their own interest there. But after once they finish completely closing France chapter, they turn to America. Say, now you America. Let me read it a bit. When I saw it, I was laughing. I am telling you, they play the good one there. Okay. Saturday's announcement, that's what day before yesterday. Saturday's announcement came in the week that a delegation from Washington had been in Miami for talks with the country's military leadership. The US used its base in Niger to monitor regional jihadist activity. Do you see it? That's what they declare. That's what they declare. That's why in this world of politics there is nothing like a lie or truth. Is what anything that you can bring out to protect your people's interest. That is what matters. Are you hearing me? That is what matters. This latest announcement by the junta in power since last July comes as it moves closer to Russia after French troops were kicked out in December. All one by one. The US presence on the territory of the Republic of Niger is illegal and violates all constitutional and democratic rules, which would require the sovereign people to be consulted on the installation of a foreign army in its territory. Niger's military spokesperson, Colonel Amadou Abraman, said in a damning statement on national television. He also alleged that the US delegation has accused Niger of making a secret deal to supply uranium to Iran. Colonel Abdurrahman described the accusation as cynical and reminiscent of the Second Iraqi War. Are you hearing it? America, that you know how they do now. Before they, before they, before you kill a dog, you give him a bad name. All this to get public support, American public support. Oh, Saddam Hussein, he has a weapon of mass destruction. Oh, he's even on the verge of developing nuclear weapon. He's there everywhere. They first of all make American citizens very fearful, afraid. That before you know it, within months, Saddam Hussein is on months of getting nuclear weapon, and he will face it to America. And once they say the American citizens, hey, nah, anything to get rid of this thing. That is fear factor, fear and dioka. Exactly the same thing. They want to catch you, they catch everybody with fear. That you are fighting with devil. The demons are around you. There are witches and wizards everywhere. Anything, if you're going on the road that you hit your leg or your toe on a stone, hey, it's demonic attack. Call your pastor, ask him. Nah, I hit my leg to or say, I saw it last night now on dream. I wanted to tell you, it's demonic attack. You go any natural thing that happens to everybody happen to you is demon. So they put fear. They use fear, not they put fear. They use fear surround you. Anywhere you look is fear. You see black cat is fear. Oh, it's a witch. You see white cat is a witch. You are going and see one rat to pass your way. Hey, he's a wizard. They are after you. So why won't you be afraid? You have to do whatever they want you to do. That is what America is doing. They will use, first of all, use their media. They use their media to kill you. They demonize you so that the citizens, American and British citizens, will be looking at the person as they were looking at Saddam Hussein as a living demon. How would there is any way to read him? They don't know that everything is lies. That is what they did to the Niger Republic. They are giving. I mean, they are supplying uranium to Iran to develop nuclear weapon. And once they develop nuclear weapon, they are going to kill all of us. They want to kill the whole Americans anywhere. So when they say is it Christian Amanpo, once he come out on CNN break it. Hey, American citizens, all of them, they will say, nah, anything to get rid of this man. So once they vote, they say, I beg, go to war, remove this one. And they give them the power they need. They know how to manipulate public opinion. They know how to do it. It's after some years, no, we lied. Your lie caused death of millions of people. Your lie caused orphans, millions of orphans. He raised homes. He changed the nomenclature of things. Are you going to bring them back? The answer is no. Oh, you resign. Tony Blair resigned. I lied. He resigned. George Bush, I lied. And he's still alive. No ICC, nothing. No trial. Because they are above the law. Don't you see the colonial masters how they behave? They're above the law. But go and do it now. Go and do one tenth of that. Hey, they will cut you into. They will bring you. They will campaign for your head to be cut into pieces. Look at how they destroyed Gaddafi. Did they talk about it? Libya that is living fine more than many West African. I mean, many Western European countries before. In the time of what I'm telling you, it is facts. Libya was living far more better than some Western European countries at that time, in the time of Gaddafi. It didn't all go well with the West. How can these Africans, they will open the eyes of Africans and develop them and make them to develop? They say no. Kaiti Piaya. That is how imperialism works. But they will brainwash you into seeing them as saints. They brainwash you into seeing them that whatever they do is right. We are in a world of hypocrisy. A world filled in with lies and manipulations. And we have to be masters also in this art of manipulations, in this art of hypocrisy, in order for us to survive and be on top. That is how the world is. You either be the prey, or the exploiter. Are you hearing it? There is no pity. This world has no pity. That's why when I see our people crying, say they are praying, I become disgusted. You are crying. Who listen to? Who cares whether you are dead or alive? The only thing is for you to do something. Arise and do something, as you are doing in IPOP. That is the only thing. Nothing more. Cry from here till thy kingdom come. No person. Your cry makes them. It sweets them. Your lamentation sweets them. We shouldn't be a country, a people, a nation of lamentators. No, we should stop it. We should stop it. So they have finally removed America from Niger Republic, and rightfully so, because they are there. They are fighting terrorism. They have the highest state-of-the-art equipment, but the terrorism is increasing now every day. Don't you see that there is something there? Don't you see it? Or when you don't you see it? There is something there. Now, let me read this before I play the clip. Sheikh Gumi, this was March 15th news headline. Sheikh Gumi said, I put it on my timeline, Jonas Raphael. Recent terrorist attack is the tip of iceberg unless Nigeria government negotiates with bandits. Sheikh Gumi, do you see it? And we are forced to live with people with this mindset. We are living with them, and you are happy. You are happy. You can be, as we can beg ourselves, our peace, our way through, so that we live in peace. Damn that peace. He said it, and he's being celebrated, and he's going around in Nigeria. No problem. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the DSS dungeon. Because they have a people, a race of cowards. Do you know cowards? I call our race. We are cowards. I want to, if the line come open, come and prove to me that we are not cowards. I will cowards that are only there for our selfish interests. You want to live fine, live good life. You can never live good life individually, unless all of us we now fight for good life for all of us. Are you hearing me? Look at those that died in that we are mowed down in Biafra, in Delta. They never knew that they would die. Since that day, since 14 till death, they never knew that their houses would be. If you are talking to many of them, say, "Oh no, boy, my house, I have my house." As long as Biafrans we are in Nigeria, we are not safe. Anything can happen anytime, because Nigeria is the graveyard of Biafrans. If you don't know it today. Are you hearing me? Sheikh Gumi can talk anything. He's going to. Is him telling this thing. I mean, his people, the bandits, the terrorists, Fulani terror. Make on continue. Hold them. He is their master. Are you hearing it? Giving them idea what to do, what to request trillions, and now he will come and tell you that look, you people have to negotiate with them. Otherwise, this is a tip on the iceberg. This is just the beginning. No, it's nothing. And they don't arrest him, do they? Because he's above the law. Don't you see it? He's above the law. You go, okay, so go and talk now. Look at ordinary Igbo, I mean, Ezendi Igbo, Nokota or where in Lagos. Look at only one post he come out to talk. We are not safe in Lagos. Otherwise, we are going to bring IPO. Where I disgusted they say because IPOB are jobless, so they are going to give us job. That's why I'm just saying our people, we don't know how to talk. We don't know anything about politics. Politics is about also talking to people, relating, social relationship with each other. But we lack it. Look how he even scorned IPOB. He scorned IPOB and ESN. That they don't have any job, so they will bring them as jobless people. They will give them job to pay them. No Diego, he has money. He built a house in Lagos. Now he's still in jail. Why they okay? Your money is nothing. Your money as an Igbo man amounts to nothing because it can be destroyed under a twinkle of an eye. You see that? As a Biafran, your life means nothing in Nigeria. Ask people in Delta, Biafrans in Delta, what they are seeing. Is it not what they are doing in our land every day? They kill us, nothing. With impunity. They burn our houses. Nigerian military, they burn our houses with impunity. Until we rise up and join together and remove these differences and fight for our collective interest, we will continue being like slaves. Their lives doesn't matter. Remember, oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. They don't mince words today. The answer is no. They don't mince words. So Sheikh Gumi is talking with boldness. That's nothing. That's waiting on at the sea for Nigeria. Not at the beginning, no. Now on the money, no. Unless you have to negotiate with them, and he's there. He's a chief terrorist. Which so-called is it Christian person that will rise up to challenge and say no? What? No. Oh, cowards! They inflict us with the virus of cowardice from Europe. From Europe. How I wish no the Arab bruise or colonize or I after when I Friday I be the allow I week. But in I say no, you have to suffer in this world. They use suffering and give us a trademark in order to enter the kingdom. If your enemy touches you, slaps you in this side, turn the other side for him. If your enemy in your aggressor takes you to 1 kilometer, go to even remove your pant for him, go 2 kilometers for him. I know I pump our brain with all these nonsensical garbages, I call it. Yeah, what our way of life. It turned us into cowards. Now don't worry that God will fight your battle. You see that one useless Fulani terrorist in Nigerian military uniform. We tell everybody when you are big car, yeah, come down, come on, one chop, one chop. Everybody one chop. That is hands up. But all one that that the God will fight your battle. You're very powerful. You are powerful. You are nothing. What are you? Until we gather and support IPOB in order to fight our way out of these marauders. I am telling you. Otherwise, let me play for you something you have been hearing, please. I've been playing it here on this radio platform, but I want to say something about it today. Please, this is a little interview with a Southern Sudanese, and he gave out his experience together with what he's seen in Nigeria. Please listen. Let us listen together, please.
Just let him sort of speak to us and we'll see how similar it is, and we can ask him questions as well, because I believe that we could actually learn, a lot from them. Thanks, Achik, for coming.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Duncan. And it's like deja vu for me. It tracks with the same thing. I think, as you guys know, in our civil war, because of the oppression from the northerners, the Islamic North, to try to convert us southerners into Islam. So we fought from 1983 till 2005. The civil war ended, and then we ended up splitting into two countries.
The second war, this guy is talking about the last war, the second war. Calculate 1983 to 2005. How many years? 83 to 93, 10 years. 93 to 2003. That is 20 years. 22 years. They have fought the first war 17 years. Now calculate it. How much? Is it not 39 years? Is it not 39 years? That is so. They carried their cross. Cross is suffering. They carried their cross. They didn't stay there shouting, let one spirit come and help us. Oh yeah, pray harder. Read the Psalm 29. Oh yeah, rubbish. They carried their. Do you know? We are talking about we are being slaughtered. These people we are being massacred. Come, you will hear where he gave their population percentage. I think their population of 8 million, more than 3 million were killed. Do you know the percentage to their population? Do you know what it means to kill almost half of them? And do you know what it means? That is what they suffered for them to be a country today. Now I went and carry with magic. No, Emma, when you say Biafra it will come by miracle. Some people take you out of context. We say now we can't do nothing. Only we come by miracle. It's not me and you can get Biafra. It's a miracle. We always like the easiest part of something. Shortcuts. We go pray and shout and sing. And now Biafra will come. We sleep Nigeria today and tomorrow Biafra will come. If we don't do what we are supposed to do, not truth is bitter. Let us stop this fake hope with lies and all. No, truth is bitter. Let us face reality. Kai face onye kai kpụọ ihu ihe kpụrụ anyị ihu ihe na-ele anyị anya toro, instead of being happy with illusion. These people, they fought war, very cruel, bitter war. Do you know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu labeled the Fulani Janjaweed? But the people in Sudan, they are the militia, the real Janjaweed militia. Even those the Janjaweed, do you know that even in Darfur, they are having clashes, war, even with the Fulani? Do you know that? Now, talk less of how Fulani, they are even Muslims, so the same, but they still have problems with them. Fulani in Sudan, you know that? Now, think of how they brutalize them. Now, and we now use their name to label the worst people. But the Southern Sudanese, they resisted for complete 39 years. Imagine it's Igbo people there. Aye, Father preach, you gonna peace. No, they will kill everybody. Just let's have peace. Even if we one Sudan. And today they will be suffering and suffering and suffering as we are doing in Nigeria. Because we are not resilient. We are turned into cowards. You understand? Which we are not. We are not cowards. Biafrans, we are the only people that resisted Britain, or one of the few people. The other ones are in Kenya, Mau militia. Our women 1929 rose up against Almighty Britain, which aghast them. It surprised them. Are you hearing? But these people, they resisted Britain through their agents. I mean, they resisted the agents of Britain, the Janjaweed. Britain sold them into the hands of the Janjaweeds as they sold us to the hands of the Fulani. And we were happy about it. Said nothing, nothing. That's why they saw us as, slaves in short. These people, they don't even know. They don't know what's up. They don't know what's up. They only want a good life. You understand? And they gave you a good life now. Is it not the good life we're enjoying? Or not for your own? Anytime they want, they go and slaughter us with no provocation. They send their military to deal with us, to inflict more fear. And our people will be calling government to come and help us. So now, wow, when they tell you join, support what IPOB is doing. We want to liberate every part, look and cranny of Biafra land, including indigenous people in Nigeria. But they don't want it. They will be looking at it now. IPOB in Igbo people, we don't. You people are I beg, carry a Biafra. But today you are Nigeria. You are Nigeria. Is born everywhere. Let us leave this stupidity and join hands together and fight this war. Continue listening.
A Muslim north and a southern Christian state. And what happened through the war is, through the war, they used to kidnap our babies too and our children, and they would take them to madrasas, Islamic schools. And then in those schools, all they would read is the Quran 24/7.
Do you hear what the man said? Is it not what they try to do in Ebony, Abakiliki? They build the highest madrasa. Madrasa, for your information, is school, Arabic school, Quranic school. Let me call it Quranic school. That is, the name is madrasa in Arabic. Didn't they have the biggest Quranic school in Abakiliki? They take their children because that is, do you see, that is how Christianity cut us. Catch them young. They take their children and be giving them, brainwashing them, studying Quran from 247 day to day, because they know that they are the future of the community. Do you see that? Do you see how they roll? That is the gender wait for you. They force them in order to Islamize, because they want them to lose who they are, to lose their natural nomenclature and turn them into what they, the same way the Fulani turned the Hausas into zombies they are today, being controlled by the Fulani. A whole Hausa race, very big, civilized Hausa. When the Hausa kingdom was manufacturing a blunderbuss, this is gunpowder. Some European countries never know what is gunpowder. You know that? They were manufacturing blunderbuss, that is a then gun, as of that time. Tanning clothes in the north. But little Fulani came and used religion, turned, the highest, the highest weapon of colonization is religion. It comes to that. Whether you accept it or you don't accept it, go and make your researches. You'll find out the truth. The highest weapon of colonization is religion. Once you're able to turn a people, twist them into your own religion, now you can manipulate them. It's finished. That's why in our homes today, homes are scattered because of religion. Pastors manipulate, that the Jews manipulate women to rebel against their husbands. People are turned to rebel against their mothers that born them, mothers and fathers, through only religion. That is the only weapon. Very easy to use it, Once you use it, you can colonize the people. Finish. They come under you. Abakaliki has the highest the highest Quranic school in Africa. That is true. They will take our children and be brainwashing them there. It's true. Do we know whether even the infiltrator went to Quranic school? Do we know? Because the way he hate our people is if our people, they go with sentiment, they don't go with brain reason. The way the infiltrator talks, sometimes you will see the hatred against our people. Somebody that say, when I finish dealing with you people, you don't know when that type of hatred comes out, and you know that, look, maybe it's a product of Quranic Abakaliki Quranic school. I am telling you. Somebody that you don't know, you don't have, as a freedom fighter, you have a leader. You need to have a precedence. You should have a history. But all of a sudden, somebody come from nowhere and you don't know his brothers, you don't know his family, nothing, how he got nothing, and they become your leader. Ndibo, done. Sentiment we do on something. That is that sentiment we are trying to remove from in this hallowed platform. Let us continue listening. This is a Southern Sudanese talking about the experience and comparing it to what is going on in Nigeria today. Continue listening.
And they would radicalize them. I don't know if that's happening in Nigeria, but that was state-sponsored. It was sponsored by the North Sudanese government. So you had militias, the war, because of the oppression from the Northerners, the Islamic North, to try to convert us Southerners into Islam. So we fought from 1983 till 2005.
Now, let me ask, why do people want to convert others into their religion? This is a deeper question you need to think, reason deeply before answering. Is it out of love? No, I want you to. Is it because they love those people? Now they start converting you. They want you to come and partake in their religion so that you be. No, do you think it's out of love? The answer is no. Because they want you to be subjugated. They want to control you, to change you to become their, their subject. Are you hearing me? It is exactly the same way the Europeans came and converted us, our ancestors. It's not out of love. They hate these people to the extent to convert them so that they can continue manipulating them till death. Okay, now, from religion or not, the same thing. The highest weapon of colonization is religion. Religion. Once you're able to convert your enemies to your religion, finish. They will now come and submit to you. No, you don't fire weapon. They will now come because they see you as their savior. Finish. They become slaves to you happily. That's why wherever houses gather, you see 200 houses gather together, and they want to pray. They will they will first of all look for any person of Fulani descent, even if it is a father Fulani only or mother Fulani. You become their imam there. It is natural. So it is natural now. They subjugate. They are the people now. They will become subjects to you, begging you to be their master. That they love you because you love us and give us their religion. Is it not what we are suffering in Christianity? Is it not the same thing? You see white image, you respect it, is angel. See black image coming or black something coming down from heaven. You run. Say Satan. It is all here in our brains. That is it. I will continue saying it. And that is it. Continue listening, please.
The civil war ended, and then we ended up splitting into two countries, a Muslim north and a southern Christian state. And what happened through the war is, they used to kidnap our babies too and our children, and they would take them to madrasas, Islamic schools. And then in those schools, all they would read is the Quran 24/7, and they would radicalize them. I don't know if that's happening in Nigeria, but that was state-sponsored. It was sponsored by the North Sudanese government. So you had militias. The militia was called the Janjaweed. And the Janjaweed operated mainly in the Darfur region. And that was supported by the government of North Sudan. So it kind of reminds me like Boko Haram. I'm fully convinced they're supported by the federal government of Nigeria too. Like the Janjaweed was supported by the government of Sudan. And they actually perpetrated the Darfur genocide. If you guys don't know about it, you should Google it. From 2003 to 2006, roughly 500 to 600,000 Darfurians were killed, and then North Sudanese people. And mainly they were the black African one, not the Muslim Darfurians. And around 50,000 women were raped and mutilated. It's one of the worst crimes in the continent. And when we were liberating our country, we found that fighting the northern government, we're getting oppressed simply because we're not Muslims and we're black Africans. Most of us are Christians or animists or traditional religion, like we don't believe in the most, or atheists. And that oppression didn't stop until we started fighting. So from 50...
You see what he said? They have been oppressing them, killing them. He said that oppression never stopped until they start fighting back. We black say ụmụ ya ke ihe ga-eme unu mụrụ akọ onye nke a sị no ya mee ugboro ole ka ihe ga-eme unu mụrụ akọ ofu si ugboro ise nke ọzọ si ugboro atọ nke ọzọ si ofu ugboro nke ọzọ si ihe mee onye ọzọ m were mụrụ akọ yes ịwụ nwa m. Are we learning something? He said this Janjaweed never stopped killing them until they took arms and start fighting back. So what is happening in our land, it can never stop. If you think it will stop one day, you beg the government. Government is them. Them is government. Or you cry, lament, one spirit in heaven from nowhere, from the sea, will come and help you. That is far, 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 far until you start fighting back. And that is what we are doing in IPOB. That is why we need the support of everybody, because we are in this together. The Janjaweed, they can never stop. People that started, that continued the legacy, the conquest of their great grandfather since 1804 to date. You think they are going to stop? Oh, okay, maybe one day they will just make a law that, okay, let everything stop. Sheikh Gumi is a terrorist leader. He is being celebrated in Nigeria, being invited in Nigerian television to talk. Do you see it? This man say it happened to them. They will never stop until you say enough is enough. You took arms and say, nah, if we want die, let us die. But if you say you want to just be doing gentleman, nah, here let us continue now. Let us see. We appease them. We beg them. Allah Haji, on a good now. Let us stay. They will continue until you become complete slaves to them. Continue listening.
56 till 83, we kept asking the northern government, please do something about this oppression. And then finally we had enough and decided to have a civil war and break the country in two. And that's what I'm worried that's going to end up happening in Nigeria, because I'm getting sick of it watching it, because I can't imagine what you guys are feeling. And we went through that, and it was a very vicious, bloody war. We lost 3 million people to gain independence. We have 6 million people overseas in the diaspora. Don't forget
they lost 3 million people to gain independence. They have 6 million people in the diaspora, which just check their population. With their little population, you see they made the supreme sacrifice. You see that? But if we think that we can eat our cake and still have it, it's impossible. Either you eat your cake and it disappears into your stomach, or you have it, you don't eat it, you don't taste it, and you're still looking at it. Let us stop with this mentality of shortcuts. There is a shortcut to everything. Igbo man, we like a shortcut in business. Before you know, no, it's not like that in freedom fighting. You must pass through the process. So you must be ready. We must, prepare our mentality, our psyche to accept the reality facing us. If not, we continue being slaves and worse. Look at how they go. They say Nigeria, they go and slaughter people in Delta State for nothing. For as they want, they slaughter. Fulani headsmen, they are on the rampage everywhere, and nothing mega. So, do you think that these people will stop? The Nigeria Tinubu said no. Give them. He instructed the governors, give them land to appease them. A president, and you think that this thing will stop? That they will stop aggressing us? They will stop slaughtering us? No, until we have enough of this. I used to talk about it. Red line. If they reach some red, we draw a red line. Say, "Oh boy, enough is enough." You become suicidal. If we never become suicidal, we continue and become more slaves. You hear that? That is a reality facing us. Okay, Manakwaya. Those people that we are killed in Delta. Maybe you will see 1 or 2 people that came from abroad to visit home. Maybe you will see some people that has at least their houses that are a little bit wealthy. They are there. They are among the dead. They didn't know that they would die. You see that in Delta and Bayelsa, their houses burned down. We must join hands together. Let us continue, please.
only 13 million South Sudanese here, and there's about 44 million North Sudanese on the top. And what is happening now in the Sudan? They're having their own civil war between the
13 million Southern Sudanese, 3 million slaughtered, killed in the war, 6 million run away to the diaspora. Majority of them, that is out of the 13 million, now count it. Count the percentage, the ratio to their population. And now you see what befell them. You see the catastrophe, the tragedy that befell them under the watchful eyes of the West. So that, you know, nwa ọkụkọ ọkụkọ lee otu esi egbu ọkwa n'ozu nwanne gị o. That is what we are saying here. So we must learn from what happens to others. Otherwise, we continue bearing this stigma of slavery until we react in the appropriate way. Because the most the best reply or response to a violent aggressor is a violent self-defense. Are you hearing me? That statement was made by what is the name? The person that killed Mahatma Gandhi. He said peace cannot be at all costs. Mahatma Gandhi was preaching peace all the time. He wants to turn us into docile cowards. Whereas we are in the face of violent Muslims. And you want us to be peaceful, to be absorbing. They will be killing us. We say, no, oh, you are our brother. Oh, we are brothers looking for peace. You don't look for peace or accept peace by all means. Otherwise, you become the victim of that peace. That is what happened to us. We accept peace. I peaceful people. Stop accepting that we are peaceful. If you are peaceful, you are nothing. We're supposed to be people that are feared. Hey, any of them. That is the way they told us about the Fulani. Hey, when you see them, you fear. Anything they want, you take. Not take on the very violent people. Do you see that? But once they know you as a peaceful person, they can throw shit on you. Say he cannot react. Nah, you will be looking for peace. Now, peaceful man, he nothing. Catholic is a people akanishi. Let us continue listening. Let us continue listening, please.
The different Islamic militias, and we have 1 million refugees from the north in our border right now that we have to feed and look after. We're getting aid from the United Nations and the United States to deal with it. But when I look at this situation that's happening in Nigeria, I have a really terrible feeling. This is going to lead to a civil war, which I don't want it to happen, because there's only so long Southern Christians can handle this oppression in Nigeria before they get fed up and decide to do something about it. And I don't believe your government, ever since Goodluck Jonathan, this Islamic government that you have in Nigeria, I generally believe they're going to try to Islamicize Nigeria using through government forces and using corporate power and the wealth from the oil-rich South. And I think their plan is to systematically use this to make sure there's a permanent Islam majority so they can never lose government. Because the second they get a permanent Islam majority, it's all over for the Christians in the South. You can't vote them out. You can't fight them out. They have the army. They have the military. They have all of the taxes that are going to fund their areas. And they have...
No, is it not what is happening in Nigeria? Immediately, these people succeed in being in power. Finish. They are completely in charge. Don't you see last time Rufai, former governor of Kaduna State, say he thanked Allah that they have made Kaduna governor and vice governor Muslim. Even to the larger Nigeria, Muslim ticket. That it will continue like that. Don't you see that they are working hard? What do the so-called Christians come and Christian body come and say? No mind that mind to the talk. But you are seeing what is happening. The things are facing you. You everything they play it down. Submerging people into more slavery. They play it down. No, don't mind him. Because they can be bought with money. Look at during the campaign of Tinubu. They hired the bishops, hired the pastors, Pastor G, wear the muododo. And the Christians, like a lizard, they enter into prayer to cast away the spirit that the Tinubu used to hire. Instead of doing something, they laugh over it. Nandia, Europe puteraye nonsense. I am telling you. They brought virus that is eating our head. That is we don't what we believe is a money. What money, only money. We don't care anything about ourselves as a people. They hired people to go in that high level presidential election campaign. They hire people, they wear them something Christian. Which Christians supposed to react? If it is Muslim, you hire imams, national, you say they are supporting this, they will rise up and kill all of you. Do you see why I faulted the religion that we have been brought to? Do you see why I faulted them? Do you see why I'm faulting it? You absorb everything because that is how they program you to be, so that it cannot rise up. The Europeans, they give us this virus now, they carry us and put us into the hands of the Mohammedans, so that as they have weakened us, these people, you people are nothing, non-entities. Oh yeah, come on, be in their hands. And is it not what is happening today? That is what this guy is revealing. It happened in Southern Sudan. There are tough heads ahead. If you think that things are going to get better, you are lying to yourself. And the worst thing for a person to do is lying to him or herself. Continue listening.
The poorest areas. So what doesn't make sense is these terrorist organizations that are going around in your country, there is no way they'd be going around without the full cooperation and support by the federal Nigerian government. And this is what I think. There is no way they'd be let. How can Boko Haram get all these weapons, get all these militias, kidnap kids, and you can't rescue these children? The only reason they're not rescued is because the government doesn't want to rescue them. They simply don't care. And I think we went through the same thing when they were kidnapping and killing our children and our people, until we fought and we got fed up by this. And that's why we're two different independent states. So I have this sick feeling in my stomach what's happening in Nigeria, like I've been through it before. And that's why I pray for you guys. So hopefully you guys deal it well soon. Hopefully it doesn't have to come to a civil war, because that's really nasty and vicious stuff. But the Christians in the South are going to get sick of it. My warning is, if they get a permanent Islamic majority government, there's nothing you can do about it. Honestly, that's the saddest part. When you get to the stage you can't vote these guys out, you're doomed. I'm sorry to say. That happened to me and my people. And we had no choice because we couldn't vote them out. We were too small. They had the military, they had the economy, everything. So I'm thinking about you guys. Hopefully they're sorted soon. But I generally believe the Nigerian government is the one doing this. And they're doing it. They've given these militias the green light to do this. And that's why none of them is being held accountable, because they simply don't want to. And I think that's a sad truth. Thank you.
Sheikh, I have a question for you.
Should I continue with the questions?
When you guys, prior to your...
Should I continue with the questions?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Or civil war, were they dividing, like finding ways to divide the South? You know, those of you in the South. Like
they
tribes and
yeah, they divided us between Nuer and the Dinka. So the Dinka are the majority, which are my people. The Nuer are like, so us Dinka were about 30%, the Nuer are about 15%. And then we have another 62 tribes. And they divided us into Dor.
Are you hearing it? So that you think that what is happening to us never happened to people. If you see any Southern Sudanese, shake him or her. Are you hearing it? That this division we are suffering today, I be Joe, I know Bibo, I be Ben, is the same thing. It's saying their own. The Dinka has 30% of their population. The Nuer have 15%. Now the remaining is it 32? That is 55%. is being shared by other 62 Irisi na Abo tribes, 62 different tribes. They divided them. The powers, the Sudanese powers divided them, brainwashed them to hate each other. So this is exactly the photocopy, the mirror of what is happening to us. That is why we must learn. Are you hearing it? So what is happening to us is not only unique. Is 62? We in Biafra land we don't have up to 62 tribes. I'm telling you, we don't have up to 62 tribes. Forget about what they will call is it a leme a tribe? No, it's a Igbo. They don't. These are clans. Clans. Are you hearing me? So we don't have up to 62 tribes. These people have 65 tribes or 64. But they still conquered, they still have to rise above this their enmity. And today they're a different country. Are you learning something? Please continue listening.
Where Dinka and we were fighting each other before we ever fought them.
They were fighting each other. Roboman will fight Ejo. Ejo will fight Igbo. Igbo will say, oh boy, no. It's not something that is uncommon in Southern Sudan. The man is giving us a lay down of what happened to them so that we should learn. You understand? If we don't learn, it is our fault. We must be ready for the task ahead. These people are not going to stop until we do what we are supposed to do to liberate ourselves and be resilient. Let us remove this idiotic sentiment, nonsensical sentiment that is killing us, and face the reality facing us. We need to go to reach our goal. We need to reach our goal. That is Biafra. We need to reach our goal, not sentiment. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is where he is doing his own job. Because he's there doing his own job. He's the front. He is in the front. So we should not, because of sentiment, and stop what we are doing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not there. I cannot do anything. You are foolish if you say that. As Mazi Chinasawaru said, you are a betrayer. Well, these people, they turn them into against each other. Because they have agents who fool everywhere now. Don't you see Akatari Dokubo? Don't you see him? Now I think he has gone low. When Tinubu entered, he said if Tinubu fell, job people should hold him responsible. Now where is him? Where is him? For you to see that these people, they act, or once they are high, these are people that don't know anything about politics. They don't know nothing. They thought that politics is what that thing they are doing. Nothing. I am telling you. They made sure to demonize their own brother in order to support Tinubu. Today, when Tinubu entered power first, at the new time, he invited Asari Dokubo they took photos, so he thought that the whole world is finished. He came out to press statement, he started talking against Nigeria institution, the military. They say, oh boy, this man, no, you Igbo, na Igbo Ibio, Tinubu distance himself from him forever. He distanced himself from him till today. Because these are people that don't know nothing. When they are calling you to reason, forget about this temporary money they will give you to make you turn against your brother. You think you are, I know you EGGs fly that soul shit that will follow the dead body to enter grave. Until when they tell them like this, we must face what is facing us. That is what I'm saying. Please continue. I don't know whether I will play. I have many things to talk about, bit by bit. I think I will continue this. I will stop it somewhere. I will continue it another day. Please continue listening. Nonetheless,
only became united in 1983. So from 1956 till 1983, as black tribes in the southern part of Sudan, we were fighting each other. And because of the divisions that came from the federal government, so they divided us up in certain areas. So the west is the Barkazal area, the east is the Nuer area, and the north is the Nuer area, and the south is the more like Islamic area in Juba. So if you go to our capital, Juba, a lot of people speak Juba Arabic. And the reason is because the government up north wanted to make Arabic as an official language of the southern Christians. Because if they make Arabic as an official language, we become Arabized. So then we start, pretty much, it takes away.
Do you see Arabization? The same like colonization. Religion is just a tool to change your nomenclature. You start behaving like a Uzue, as somebody will say. They behave like zombie for others. Do you see how they smartly built the biggest madrasa in Abakaliki? Taking children from there, putting them into Islam. I mean, Quran. They grow with Quran. Do you think that they will be like Igbo people? Once their master, the Fulani ordered them, say, look, you have to fight for Islam. Kill your brother that is not an Islam. And they will do it. It's what the House of foolishly did. Religion is very, very deep. Very deep. That is why we are calling our brains. Let us reason. Let us reason. Because enemies can use religion, and not can use, they are using it against us. They are using it against us. You know that? The Ottoman Danfodio preached to Hausa people. Say, your king is not like unbeliever. Why do you have Hausas that are not Muslims, and you are having things in common with them? They are infidels. They are unbelievers. Why not turn? You have to turn against your king because he's supporting infidels. Though you are brothers, so, but in Quran it's not like that. Your brother becomes your enemy once he doesn't believe the same thing you have. Is it not what is being preached also in Christianity? It's the same thing. So if they give you a knife, you can kill him as an infidel. Do you see how dangerous the religion is? That is why we are trying to find our foot, go back, look our roots, so that thing that joins us together, now we take it and join ourselves together. The same umbilical cord. You don't see your brother as an infidel any longer. It happened to the Hausa people. The Hausas today, all of them are slaves to the Fulani. It becomes natural to them. Natural. Anywhere they see Fulani, they bow down as a Fulani, because Fulani is their governor, Fulani is their emir, is their controller, is their imam, is everything. So they are simply slaves. You see that? But once we guide our brotherhood, and what is our brotherhood? Strongly, our brotherhood is our culture. Is what binds us together. Nothing more. Is there any other thing that binds the people together? Is their culture, their way of life. Because their way of life comprises of everything. From what you wear to what you eat. Everything. How the festivals you hold is what binds us together as a people. But when you start skipping, say, no, this festival is evil. Me, I cannot partake it. I'm a born again. No, this dance. No, I cannot dance this community dance. It's not biblical. The enemy, they have put in sword in our umbilical cord. That is what this man is trying to explain. It happened to them. And they started fighting each other. Their own was even worse. Because when you go more further, you will see that their own was worse. Because some tribes or clans were banned from marrying other clans. In our own, it's not too bad like that. We marry each other till today. Igbo marry a Joe. Yoruba marry a Igbo. You never did that side. Do you see it? But they broke through it. Do you know what made them? I don't know whether. Let me continue playing.
Our traditional language and our culture, they essentially tried to Arabize all of the people in the southern of Sudan, like they have in the north. Like when you go to North Sudan, they're like Algerians and Moroccans and stuff. They're Muslim, they speak Arabic and stuff. That's what they wanted to do till the whole Sudan. They essentially divided us, they conquered us, and then eventually we had a leader that came in, Dr. John Garang. He essentially told the blacks in the South, listen, we have to come together or they're going to kill us all. And that only came in 1983 when we declared our movement, the Sudanese People Liberation Army. It was like a guerrilla movement. And then we fought and then we eventually won. But even till today, we're divided. So the Nuer and the Dinka in 2013, they caused a civil war in my country, but we ended that pretty quickly. But even till today, those tribal lines that have divided us against are so hard to break apart. Like tribal tensions in my country are so bad right now because of what they did of generations of brainwashing and just things like even with marrying between different tribes it's incredibly difficult because of the way they made us see each other since the founding of our country. And we're just trying to get through those tribal lines even till today. So it leaves deep wounds. I don't know if they've divided you guys in Nigeria and your tribe, but they really did a number on us. That's why.
Do you hear what he said? What made the people to rise up in their place is, you say, one leader came up, John Garang, in 1983, and talked to them, started talking to them, like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said, if we continue fighting ourselves, you see the voice, the low voice in the wilderness, it's always like that. If we don't organize ourselves, all of us will be taken one after the other. Is it not what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been preaching? You cannot go it alone. Igbo, you cannot go it alone. Call yourself Niger Delta, you cannot do it alone. Until we remove our differences and take up the fight and liberate ourselves first from the general Janjaweed. Now, if we come back, if we say, okay, let us divide more, no problem. But we must join together. It is exactly the same thing. So for you to know that it has happened to them, it's a mirror example of what is happening to us. But how many of us will learn? How many? How many? Because the colonial masters want us to continue being like this so that they can continue stealing. They can continue stealing with impunity. They can continue raping our land with impunity. And anytime they want, they will blow whistle for you to come to do pack shit in London. The shits of the old men and women. You understand? They call it nurse, a health worker. But you don't know, you see, you start packing shit. And they are happy, it's okay. They are happy. As you are doing it, they are happy. And for you, this place, London now is fine. I'm earning pounds. It's good. You are praising your killers. You are colonial masters. The colonial legacy is still on. We are living with it until we remove our neck from it. It entangles us all around. Both religion, everything, everywhere. And you see people that are still defending them. That's why I am no more annoyed with them, because all I continue doing, we continue preaching and teaching. Maybe one day they will turn around, because somebody will turn around today. Tomorrow's another person will do the same thing. We turn around and repent and understand how foolish we have been. Let us stop this, separation the enemies put in our land and face our reality. It's our common reality. Today, the Nigerian military are on the rampage in Delta, in Bayelsa. These are part of Biafra land. Because they know that without only them can do nothing. But if we come together and join IPO, support IPOB openly or secretly, covertly or overtly, now we liberate ourselves. The South Sudanese did that. And we shall fight to liberate, to develop, so that we liberate ourselves completely from the colonial legacies. This is where I'm going to stop. I'm going to go to a few minutes break, so that when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will start calling in. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
In Mali, we had a long problem of terrorism. Until recently, under the leadership of Colonel Assimi Goïta, we realized that, oh, these terrorists are formed by Emmanuel Macron and her Western allies and SIA. Then we decided to remove their international organizations out of Mali, their embassies out of Mali, their military out of Mali, to break the supply chain of weapons, food, and their other necessary resources to fight us, to destabilize Africa. When we did that, we militarized the army of Mali. We then went to Russia. We came with so many weapons. We went to confront the terrorist because now we know that the terrorist's mother is no longer in Mali. When we encountered the terrorists there, we taught them a lesson. You know what happened? The United Nations Human Rights Commission raised a red flag with an outcry that we in Mali are abusing human rights. You know the human rights for whom? For their children. Those terrorists that they formed and left there are the people that they're crying of, that we are abusing their human rights. But when they are terrorizing and destabilize Africa every day for the advantage of the West to get cheaper resources and cheaper labor in Africa, they don't complain. They don't say anything. You not hear. Imagine a journalist from Europe. We are looking for terrorists, but a journalist from Europe can come with a camera and go and do a documentary inside a danger zone where there are terrorists. Where did he got the numbers of the terrorists? How does he or she have an access with the terrorists? Their non-governmental organizations are comfortable in the terrorist zone. What are they doing there? They are looking points and points and points and tagging where there are mineral resources and extract, using those terrorists to fund them with those money, destabilizing the people of Africa. Double standards. Imagine those terrorists, if they don't come in Africa armed, they will come as the journalists, as oppositional parties, as the advocates of human rights with their international organizations. If we arrest them on spying on us, you hear the outcry from their masters saying there is a human rights abuse in Africa. But they've kept Julian Assange for a long time after he has exposed them. And they even threatened to bomb ICC if ICC issues a warrant of arrest to any American citizen. Double standards.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi, Jonathan Chinedu from Alo Province of Biafra Land. We are here live and direct, and today is the 18th day of March 2024. That's about Bochenko. Therefore, our lines are now open. Our direct line, as usual, is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. You can call us and give us your view on the issue treated. Do not ever think that we are going to stop. If we stop, we all perish. You understand? So we must continue what we are doing. Let me take the caller on direct line. Caller on direct line. Let me take you first. Please, caller on WhatsApp. Hold on, I'll come to you. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. The whole world is hearing you. Please go on.
Thank you very much, my big brother Mazi Jonathan. Okay, continue to empower you. Oyendu Mendebo continue to, guide and protect you. The DOS, the HODOS. Mazi, this is your brother will call me from my location at this moment. I know what I'm about to say now. People will say that why can't we discuss it inside? No. If you look at that tape, that guy you play now, I think we all hear it. Time the Ayakayala, the time Aga na hide something. I na mucha Ayakaribia. Mazi, yam na you now can call him. What I want to I'm na Obunike and then I try in this struggle. I want to she push where to wanted the and what I did she push way to government of Russia. I'm not trying to find I know say I want to know the Kenya I want to whatever and I got what I and again here. Nda the whole I know which I one by one. And what I did I have here let's what did you have on social media? I got na need her. I'm not so people liberate themselves. For months in Africa, the reason why South Africa did the board today of Israel and ICT because Ghana fight the apartheid. Palestine in Africa, Kayoga did it. Kayoga did it now. I don't know why they push way to government of Russia. See how look at what we want and then you have to. I will put you on a live trader. Martin,
There were Mazi. There were every option is on the table for your information. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp. Mazi Chuku.
Hello?
Yeah, Mazi, go on.
Okay. My name is Chuku Emmanuel. And I'm speaking from my location. Thank you once again, Mas Jonathan, as always. I greet my leader, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man who set up this platform to expose so many evil that was hidden under the roof of heaven. I greet you once again. Yes, this evening, you play a clip from somebody from South Sudan. But before then, I want to use this opportunity to greet China Samuru on Saturday because I tried so much possible to speak that day, but my call was not picked. I greet Chinedu, I greet DOS for their stand on this journey. I was about to talk about somebody saying, or a group of people saying, they will not support this movement until our leader came out from the prison. And some of them said, trying to find out how much money is paying to DOS, which China Samuru explained very well. What am I trying to say here? That Igbo people, some people in Igbo land, when you think about them, you don't know what to do. But let's continue. These people, in their mind, they're thinking they are cheating the leadership. They don't know they are cheating themselves. Because if you are not ashamed of the way Igbo people are behaving by now, I don't know who you are. Because these people, some of them are just devil in human being. They don't think. Somebody say that some of these people supposed to tie their hand at the back, their leg, and throw them from 5-story building so that they will bitches because they are not human beings. If somebody up to today can come up to stand on this gap that people have been suffering as Igbo man, all the whole thing that was happening Igbo people from 1945, and still you people cannot learn. Our leader opened this radio and opened so many secrets which you cannot get that opportunity anywhere in the world from Africa. And some people who supposed to say, I will help, now I'm alive. Because this life is soldier go, soldier come. Sometimes last time I talked about Azikiwe. Azikiwe made a mistake, yes. Must we continue blaming him? He's a dead man. He has gone. Ndị Igbo na-atụ onye nwụrụ anwụ ụta because he have died. Ndị na-atụ ụta wụ ndị nọ ndụ. Mkwesịrị ịmụta ihe from ndị nwụrụ anwụ. Mezie ihe ka ndị nọ ndụ. Na ndị ga-abịa mgbe ha nwụrụ. Ghara ifolo the same mistake tawa ahụhụ ha na-ata ugbu a. That is how life goes. Anyị atala Azikiwe ụta, yes. Kedu maka Peter Obi? Kedu maka Peter Mba? Kedu maka Peter Ume? Kedu maka Nwike? Kedu maka Devil Omahe? Kedu maka Hope Uzodimma? Kedu maka all these criminals we have in Igbo land today? Why not to learn from the mistake Azikiwe made and put things correct so that unborn generation will not suffer, continue like this? Can you get any help any other way more than this one that our leader Nnamdi Kanu have rendered to a black man? And the people who are human beings, who have learned from what they heard from our leader, they are working to put their place in order from what they heard from Nnamdi Kanu. But the Igbos, who are the suffering end in Nigeria, some of them are doing everything to pull the leadership down. Look at Kanu and his brother, Aloje Jimako and the co. Emmanuel Kanu and their group. This stupid and idiot group of human beings, betrayers, traitors, saboteurs, criminals in quantity in Igbo land today, that come out from the so-called Christianity church, coming to be the most stupid people. Why not to leave church by the side and fight for your life? The death is coming to you, to destroy you, to kill you, both bishop and archbishop. Why not to learn from the past? If Christians say they are a group of people in Nigeria, where is your defense for this war that is coming? Where is their defense? How many preparations did Christians have? Only to pray. Only to pray. That the Jiko is praying, deceiving people, collecting money, tithe and offering. Stupid people. When you are telling them they are more interested of defending Christianity instead of defending their life. What a head. Bad, evil people that have no sense. You run away from Nigeria to America. You run away from Nigeria to Europe. You run away from Nigeria to Dubai everywhere. Causing nuisance to other countries. You cannot learn. You are talking about You cannot support this movement because you are a fool. When you get the money, you go to the church and pay tithe and offering. Foolish people. The man will take your money and buy private jets, investing money from all over the whole world. Have you seen how idiot Igbo people have become? My Jonathan, I have so many to say. Chukwu will bless all of you who are wasting your time to talk to foolish people who have no sense. Chukwu will help all of us. I think at the end, we get to the whole thing. Nnamdi Kanu have done so much. Nnamdi Kanu have done so much. Thank you, Jonathan. And
there were, Mazi. We must continue. You know, why we continue reiterating on the actions of Azikiwe, it is not that we are saying it for saying sake. It is historical. It's in history. It's part of history. We cannot forsake the fact that it is our history. That is it. He forgot to have foresight. He's also teaching us not to behave like him in our dealings. Igbo politicians in Nigeria today, they are nothing. They have very limited power to do things. Their power, they are only given leverage to loot. Once they are given that their allocations, now the Fulani the caliphate the Nigerian government, the caliphate, will encourage them in order to do what? To loot it. Nothing mega. They will support them. You see that? That is the reality. That they support them. Even take a demand for their percentage. Say, why are you doing it? Just do, So that is the reality. They don't have any say. Look at ordinary Sheikh Gumi. He's a terrorist. Have you seen any person that oppose him ferociously? Have you seen any person? The answer is no. But for example, let it be a Southern, an Igbo man. Hey, say so by now. Look at ordinary Igbo SND Igbo na Lagos. A part of Lagos. Ordinary statement he made. He's still in jail today. And I had somebody sent me one voice on WhatsApp from the man, from the SND Igbo in Lagos, that is still in jail. From him, his voice, he said people think that they have gone. He said everybody have forgotten him. Ndi Igbo one Lagos, they don't even care about him. They don't even think about him. No person bring him food. Only his family is scattering. Oh, Ndi Igbo. No person cares. Once you are out of the scene, IPOB, we are different people. We are different breed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be going to court, I think, tomorrow and next tomorrow. IPOB official position is that we have no more trust on the Nigeria judiciary because that is a shenanigan, You understand? So that is it. So we continue watching. We are at a high alert. The system is using their siblings, his sibling, in order to discourage us from his case, but we will not allow it. That is the truth. Her name is your one. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I don't know, put on a radio Biafra now, say, who will join him? Do you see how stupid they are? Who will even care? Say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Kanu, Kanu family. Who will join him? Who will even support him? Who will know him? But that is the people that are, that their brains have been eaten with money. So they can do anything. Why we are talking about restoration of Biafra, they are not interested in that. What matters to them is about, now one business. How is a celebrity? Now you see how foolish they are. But here we go nowhere. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. And we must continue till the end result. Caller on WhatsApp, please welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Please go on.
And good evening, all Biafrans and the lovers of the freedom. My name is Chukwudi. I'm calling from Italy room. Mazi ikuchegi ihe niile na mgbede a because na ndị be anyị si na dike na-aba na ụmụnna kwụ ya n'azụ because ihe anyị na-eme wụ ihe mmụọ and onye wepụtara anyị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu wụ Chukwu okike abịa ma chi ndị gboo chi ụmụ Igbo igosi na aka ndị Igbo dị ọcha igosi na aka ụmụ Biafra dị ọcha na ogbugbu egburu anyị na 1966-1967 that we have been suffering from that along that time up to this moment. So what I want to contribute based on the clip you played this evening and what have happened to other people that is also happening to us at this present time is that our people should wake up. Last time kwuru okwu maka na divide anyị ndị Igbo divide anyị Igbo na Ijo Igbo na Ijo Igbo na Kogi Igbo na nka Igbo na nke ọzọ si na onwere onye divide anyị ihe divide anyị wụ nchọ that is ihe nchọ ike ya na-akpụ ya envy and jealousy and na omume ndị Igbo today na-ewuteche and na sọsọ Chukwuma ihe o ji wepụta Nnamdi Kanu anọ ya ka Nnamdi Kanu ji wee na-agwa ndị Igbo okwu si ewepụ na owu otu Chukwu si wepụta ya and na ihe a gwara ya na ọ bụrụ na o meghị ya ọ take time ọ pụọ ara nke o wee bịa zọpụta ndị Igbo ị ga na-agba onye Igbo tata si anya nya na ihe na-eme na be anyị even omume ndị Igbo today na-ajụzikwe because ndị be anyị si na enwere Igbo wu Igbo and ezigbote onye Igbo today ọ na-akpụgodo n'ime bedroom ya afọ ihe ndị be anyị na-agabiga he will be sharing blood in his heart and ndị Igbo ọ bụ na ndị Igbo ekunitehe now soro IPOB soro Maazị Nnamdi Kanu mmiri amụ efi n'anya life because some of our people aghọtaghịzi m ụdị ndụ a na-ebi n'ihe niile ihe kaga mkpawu iri ju ha n'afọ ṅụọ mmanya ụfọdụ were na ha nụrụ even go and sometimes si na ndị be anyị omume ndị be anyị na-ebizi omume ụra ụtan just na iriri n'ime ihe na ifiluo na ụwa agwụgo na nwere ego iji eme ihe na and obodo oyibo a ụfọdụ n'ime ndị be anyị ji anya isi a na-akpụ anya pụta ka anyị zowe onwe anyị amakwa na ndị niile anyị nọ na be ha zochara onwe ha and also ọgha ọ na-awa anọgide like this ma oyi abawa ndị nọ n'obodo a isi onwe ndị Igbo ị ga-afụta like this na-ekiri like this ị na-asị onye awụ onye Igbo akwa na-agụ gị Maazị Onyensi ka contribute this evening Chukwu okike abịa ma gbaa ya ume gbakwanwu IPOB niile ume because ewofu IPOB wofu Nnamdi Kanu amakwa m otu ọ ga-adị at this point in time and Chukwu gbakwa our DOS ume ndị akpọrọ oku ha aza ji ezi okwukwe na ezi obi wee bịa onwere like you said we are marching to the end result. Thank you. God bless you and God bless Biafra. Thank you.
Mazi, thank you very much. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on signal. Caller on signal. Can you hear me?
Yes. Professor Jonas, good evening and good evening every Biafrans and lover of freedom. My name remains Mazi Celestine Oba and I am calling from the coastal region of Biafra, quite precisely. Professor Jonas, let me make some remark. And you made mention of the highest Islamic school in West Africa. Professor Jonas is located in Afikpo. I call the place not here. I have the privilege of being a product of government college, and while we were there then, you see these thing people complain about, like they can't even take a life from that school for 1 second. And if we understand the enormity of the what this school is causing to our people, because in our people, then and now, you still have a number of our schools that are being affected negatively by the position of that school in our land. Such kind of thing should not be, because it is a conquest too. So what we are saying is that both religion, Christianity and the Islam, predominantly in our land, is a conquest tool. The reason is that anything that is not organic to the people can be detrimental and harmful to the people. So the only way for people to go is by the organic values, because it is the only organic value of the people that can give life to the people. So we understand reasons why the Britain left us with this concocted or polluted religion, because other places in the world, these are not how this religion are being practiced in part of the developed or civilized worlds. These are not how the religion is being practiced. Do you understand? But you see, fanaticism, extremism, and dogmatism in religion are synonymous with terrorism. The reason I say this is when you try to define ideas from some of these people,
Mazi,
they will take
it
it
seems
upon you.
your children want to talk. The baby is there.
But that is it. They are Biafrans, and it is in our blood. And they know that I'm communicating to Biafrans and the entire world on the plight of our people here in the damnable Sonojiku. So, professors, nevertheless, I must deliver my message to Biafrans and the world. So, what I'm saying is, our people must have to realize this, that this implantation of this religion and forceful conversion of our people, because the other one try to convert by militancy, while the other one try to convert Christianity by force. So those are the things. And when once our people are beginning to realize this, they would now understand that as a living creatures, we have our values. And it is only our values that can develop our potentials. Because anything that is borrowed, one said that nobody becomes great by mimicking or copying. So that is it. Let me emphasize again that every nation or country or state or contraction that has ever emerged the way of Nigeria has completely disintegrated, giving rise to a more organic and prospering nations anchored on common value system. It is this commonality of value system that these religions target. Therefore, I urge and expect our people to understand this, that there are reasons for us to go back to our organic values, because that is the only way we can defeat these very criminals who are invading our land. So, Professor Jonas, we must have to continue what we are doing. I must have to commend you and every member of the leadership for the good job that you people are doing. As for me, Biafra is my identity, and I must continue with this undiluted message of freedom.
There were Mazi.
Biafra must come in truth and reality.
There were.
Almost hey Biafra.
Oh, hey Biafra. Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mazi. Chinedu. Good evening, sir.
There were Mazi.
My name
Welcome
is
to the
Ifa
program.
Chugo. I'm calling you from Italy here. Mazi, by own, I just have a little contribution to make. My own contribution this evening is that, do you know the worst mistake that Nigeria government has made is to put economic blockage in our land, and that is the reason why you see many of us will run out of the country and we travel all over the world If you go to any country around, you will find a Biafran there. They thought that they are doing, or they didn't know that they are, that thing, the thing that they did is just to help us to know that, yes, to come out to see that, yes, when we are when we was in Africa there, we've seen that, yes, the life we are living a good life. Yes, quite right. Yes, it's the word of our life, but some things they deny us. We come here, we see a lot of things, the way the government, they are function, everything. So the reason why I'm saying this, just for Nigerian government to understand, if they are thinking that they can eliminate also and try to do a lot of things just for us to abandon Biafra struggle, they are dreaming. If they like, let them hold our leader there. And our leader, he have already opened our eyes. We are on our own before the man God used him to open our eyes and speak to us and to make us to understand that, yes, those things that we are pursuing here will have it abundant in Africa. Now, they are trying to just to hold him, anything they are doing, IPOB this, IPOB that, Mazi, we are going nowhere. This is a Biafra struggle. God, I thank God Almighty, they are trying to stop to try to make the world to see us as a criminal, but God Almighty make our leader everywhere, even in any city, in any community where we are now, we are registered. Then they recognize us as people who are fighting for their right, which they know that is the right thing to do. It's not by force to stay with somebody. Even in marriage, if you don't want to stay with, if you don't want to marry, the both of us, you can go to the commune. That is a local government. If this court marriage, you divorce and everybody go his own way. So, Mazi, what I'm trying to say, let Nigeria government do the right thing and give us referendum. Because, Mazi, I can't stay here. I can't sit here, even in my place where I am here in Italy here. They are treating me like their own citizen. If for the government, I know that individuals that can be doing things that I would not like, but in the government, they know what is law. They know what the law that bind for even the foreigners and their own citizen here. Anything that I want, I can go there and make request for it. If I go the right channel, they will do everything for me. But in Africa, you can't see anything there. Even okay, let me just say like now. Do you know that here in Europe here, when you rent the apartment, it's compulsory that you have a running water and gas, everything. But in Africa, not Africa country that have that. They are not enjoying what they have even in their own land. So do you think that tomorrow when I have my children, then I will be going back to African and living like a people that that kind of life is not what we want. That's why we are here to try to bring a good life back home. We have learned a lot. We are not only here for money, but there's some of our brothers. We see a lot of them here. I'm a hustler. But all the money that you are hustling, you go back to your country. You can't go. You can you go there and stay 1 month and run and come and run out of the country. So is this the kind of life we continue to be living? Mazi, and another thing concerning this religion issue, I know. Mazi, have you ever seen a white man where a white man will take a photo of a black man, or even a white woman go to a white man house? You will never see a black man photo in her house, or pray for white man to help black man to help her or him. This the reason why you see some of us here, maybe sometimes the behavior of white people is because they knew that, yes, even the name even our name is their name. We don't know the meaning of the name we are bearing, even the baptism name that they are giving to us. We don't know. Mazi, thank you so much. Chukwu gozie gị. Ọrụ ị na-arụ, Chukwu ga-abịa ma ga-agọzikwa gị n'ezinụlọ gị ma onye isi anyị ebe ọ nọ. Thank you so much.
Like our brother said, Rosalind, the issue why we are doing what we are doing is for our collective benefit. I've been saying this. You are not rich until all of us are rich. I don't know whether you understand. You are not comfortable until most of us are comfortable. All of us. That is the system. It makes it comfortable for all of us. That's why it doesn't matter you are wealthy, You are in diaspora, you go back, you stay highest 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, 4 months, you finish, you in Awa. Because the situation, the system there is not good for you. No security. Look at people that are billionaires in Igbo land. Emeka for them, so-called billionaires. Are they really billionaires? No, they are poor. Because when you are in the midst of hungry lions, jackals, you round yourself up with a security. Is that life? With 200 policemen and women and military. Is that life? You are not free. Is that life? And you say you are rich. You are not rich until the condition is suitable, made suitable for everybody. That is what we are fighting for. It is not that we are doing it because each and every one of us we are hungry. No, many of us we are not hungry, but we want that collective goodness, that conducive environment we want to create, so that we are not like this using this mentality of religion, whereby you use your brother's misfortune in order to give testimony. Oh, thank God they all died, but I only stay alive. No. We want all of us to be alive. We want all of us to enjoy things in a communal manner. That is it. That is why we are doing what we are doing. Let me go to the caller on direct line. Please call us on WhatsApp and Signal. Hold on. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan. Good evening, sir.
Mazi.
Yeah, Dalungwa Chineke. I thank you so much for this program. I quietly listened to our brothers, previous speakers. One of them prompted me to call, and onye na-ekwu na blame Zikiwe too much, that we should not be talking about Azikiwe, and you rightly answered him correctly. My brother, Ihabu history is just for us to learn from his mistakes and avoid similar mistakes. Mazi Jonathan, if I go back to your previous the trail of your discussion, in high beneath with selfish world. I was happy, very happy. We hit the scenario in Niger. Emanande America, Oboda Binabeha, had a happy na Achufugon France. You have a selfish world. Actually, in actual uranium.
Of course.
They were happy na Achufugo their competitor. Mana, those guys had more grounded in politics than our people, had more tactical in behavior than our people.
Far more now.
So, far more. How do you style chop on the France? Batching kitty gradually a chop on the US. Now, Mazi Jonathan, the reason why I'm happy because of that thing, okay, man, expunging Americans from that place. Imanoga solve 90% of terrorism na Sahel. Because that place I know where drone and monitor everybody, both in Nigeria, Cameroon, Niger, Burkina Faso, Ghana. They are causing more harm than good. Mana, Ketacho Proha. I think I listened that from your profile. They will cut off the logistics supply and everything from the source. So I'm so happy for that guy. Now, coming back to our people, I don't want us to keep crying and lamenting, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started Radio Biafra since 2012, and it took him more than 10 years to wake so many of us up. And if you open a watch, the progress of the reawakening, you will see that many are waking up. Even now, the Radio Biafra preaching has gone far enough to poke or to trigger agitation among Christendom, that some pastors are fighting their fellow pastors.
Of course.
So So here na Chikubo. Now here I na-ekwu every day. Like on the last speakers that you are wasting your time to talk to foolish people. Yes, in the actual sense, he's right, but in another way, he's wrong. You are wasting your precious time, but it's not a complete waste because you are still waking some people up. And you can okay now, okay, look at another part of it. This open Nigeria be a serious country. They allowed somebody like Sheikh Gumi to come out all the time to be bragging about terrorism, and nobody is doing anything for him or to him. Rather, Nigeria army in strength over innocent and harmless civilians to burn their homes in faraway Delta states. Whereas in the north, even the militia, Fulani militia, and the terrorism na BK, powered by Gumi's group, they are not there. So, my brother, let us continue this awareness creation. We are waking people up. The more we are speaking, the more we are waking them up. And Nigeria is getting boxed into a corner. Only the time the masses on their own will revolt. We stand up and fight this injustice in this system. Mazi, I want to leave it here. Thank you so much, my brother.
There were. Mazi, thank you very much. Caller on, let me see. Caller on Signal, you are here first before the WhatsApp. Mazi, let me Chris, I think. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? There were.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Mazi. Good evening, yeah.
There were, Mazi.
This is Amy. It's fun for me. Mazi, I'm curious to basically from Mazi China somewhere to start with letting to those who should contribute. Simba Mbonyen do Buta. I be the my brother. Let me tell you, I want to be honest with you. If indeed this struggle, when they put you tally, wake her up. Obey only on preaching or talking to that person. Our people are totally and completely born politically ignorant. They buy what are the politics, what are the meaning. They don't understand what it means. And then when majority of them, what politicians fears all over the world is the uprising of the people. Ellen did an uprising or to a matter of honor. Kedani Pratas, Kobo, Ju or Keka, Kobo, or how there be no uprising. In the game of uprising, the local people who get an uprising march to the street. But unfortunately, in their whole the local people who get an uprising, they are completely and totally ignorant of what we are talking about. It annoys me. Every day, one also. In the land, honestly, I won't. Somebody told me that near John, I can't travel here now. No, Jalaka, no, we can have one plot of full. All he gave me a correct contribute for what we are doing. As well, but the major thing that indeed we find them. I had the whole tired of. I had the tired of one apartment or two over full. You be who need me. We not them or three. Ndocha ebe ha ụlọ ebe ha azụ ụlọ akpa ụlọ ha biri n'ụlọ na enjoy that house ọkwa na ọrụ zụrụ nwa villa ọkwa uwe chief odochi ebe ha pụtara ji ọrụ ya enjoy you they happy mana ihe rụrụ apartment or maybe one apartment ịlụta na ọtụrụ ịgbaraga ụfọdụ n'obodo oyibo na-apụla na another obodo oyibo again like some of them not written here and target enweta the permanent stay nye dịka citizenship ya ala Canada ọwala UK ọwala ịgbaraga ụfọdụ n'obodo oyibo Now plan another obodo Igbo again. Like some of them not Italy here. And I target the permanent stay near the citizenship. Then I like Canada or I like UK or I like America. People here, there are many here that are targeting to have Italian citizenship. Some went to Ireland, some went to UK. And I want somebody know here as a family here, for family as a UK. You can go back there now. I believe. Ana agbagharị ebe a chọọ ebe oghere eghe ebe ala dị mma ebe oghere eghe a na-agbagharị around agwa ihe dịbeghị tired of ịgbagharị around and look into the root causes anyị nwa ji agbagharị around because ego anyị na-akpata adịghị enough for anyị nwa because we take care of a lot of things. Obi ebe anyị nọ the father here na-eri pension maybe ọ lara pension ya the mother na-eri pension ego nwa ya na-arụta here what they enough for him. Only by the end of Christmas, Merry Christmas, the old mother, 80 years or something, as a gift to young work because someone go near. Mamma, we're trying to go everywhere. Away, one is doing a great because I want a lot of responsibility.
Because we have no government presence in our life, and we don't see it as abnormal. I will see
and we are not ready to organize ourselves.
We
are not ready to organize ourselves.
That's the thing.
Because the government is the people. Government is the people. It's the people who come up and say no. But to the problem, I was a coordinator. All around. See that. And when they get you, wake up. For them to was a mother on my move for my believe you will hear why or ever my we over phone and I to hear a lot of people. Oh, we hear with them about to leave. Even their hitcher in a line and a highway in a hatch. A lot of people know Italy here. How much if indeed go to shop in Italy here? How much African shop when when you want to talk to them? Because someone saying because when he name. But because of my what are the ego you talk and you get this what we shall not. So my dear brother, this struggle, I'm remembering some for my program saying that this struggle, this journey will take us too far. I not sure I will up by talking to them, revising their mind. Because again, the human beings are born ignorant. Then we are born also ignorant and taking away history of Nigeria and how establishment of Nigeria and even the last the civil war we fought. I did small and then I go about the civil war and I match everything about it. Oh, a little small thing our leader he worked millions of people. Isn't the speech alone they work billions of. But because I the behind of the history of the Biafra war, it makes it that I'm going people for us to so now, it'll take a long time because so thinking the way I beat you up. When I hear this guy, this person who now, also the person who plays his voice, that we are divided, and that is exactly what is playing on our land. Unless the leader and say, unless you come together, and our people in Abahoku, because of their ignorance, and it's the local people who rise up and they went maybe in the big man like one thing I wanted us to do. I will tell you the last 3-4 years when our leader was on program, nobody challenged me as an IPOB. Any place of them I said no, the IPOB, you can't defeat them. Because nearly I am. But to this time around, I want to get this our leader. This or that will somehow. Before when they don't argue with me. They don't argue with a lot of us as IPOB members. Because second and they are everything. They know everything. Don't argue with them. They will. I go to Nigerian bus sometimes here lately. Some of them see me and say, no, don't go with that man. If you go there, you don't just leave him to go. Because if you stay here tomorrow, he will defeat you. About Nigeria, between Nigeria and Biafra, why we want to go. This is the argument. Reasons why we want to go. Reasons why we will not stay in Nigeria. So I defeat them. So the thing is that we have a lot of things to do in our hand. Oh, I work up like this, my dear brother. Okay, take care of time. I need the way. Everyone that got boss on Anya, but behind half also. And the anything of like oh, but in the one is part of the struggle because I'm Magbaha na ụlọ onye ha na-akpọ Jesus Christ land ya na land ya n'Enugu today. Ndị shi ụmụahịa iji afụ ya ma ndị shi Kaduna iji afụ ya ụfọdụ ga-amasị dị nwa n'ụzọ. All the process of iji afụ onye nwe shọ nzọpụta. Even common pope mgbe ọ bịara Nigeria, people die mgbe ọ bịara n'ọba. People die. Some people suffocated. Ụfọdụ nwụrụ accident because ha ji efu pope. Think mgbe asị gị na ọwụ Jesus Christ ọwụ bịara. Then in anything about revolution or anything about can achieve good, that also come inside it. So we can't be bothered of ourselves whether my mother got my mother. Only one at the child one side, one to the book on one side. Let the struggle continue. Mazi, I have a lot to say, but let me keep it here. Thank you very much and God bless you.
There we That sense of community is what we lack. Sense of organization, you know, and it's very, very bad. Very, very bad. Everybody trusts that you, as long as you can hustle and make it, you don't need any other person. That is where politics come inside. And that is where I always say the Fulani, they are wiser than us. Because we feel that we don't need each other. It's lie. It's a lie. We need each other more than anything. You understand? Because without us, there will be no me. That is it. Let me pick this caller. Caller on WhatsApp. You have been there. I think you're going to be the last caller. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Please go on.
Yes, Mazi, Jonathan Chinedu, the great man, the voice that hitting the zoo well. Udo Deregunwa Chineke. Our leader remains Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike one of Biafra land. Mazi, I'm calling from blessed land of Biafra. My name remains Mazi Obase Jikeme. Biafra is our religion. On this Harrow platform is where we worship. That God down in 1967 when the evil world gang up to destroy and kill all of us to take our land. That God out can ekpere. Anya di ekpere ya sai ya madu sai ekpere. Kamata no chukwu kele ndi Igbo ka anyị ekpere. Great Biafrans. There is there is information I want to throw out now. If you are in Biafra land, listen very well. There is another system that Nigerian security force are using to disturbing our people, collecting their money secretly. Listen, these people are wicked. If you are in Biafra land doing business or riding keke, run away from something. If somebody carries like a television, all these electronics, wires, so that he wanted to sell it, tell the person no. Unless the person you know and the person is with receipt, you can look at that person somehow. Because Nigerian security, especially Ebubago, police people, there is something these people are doing now. If they arrest you and you stay in their custody for a while, nobody asks about you. One day they will call you out and said, you see, nobody is looking for you, nobody is asking for your bailout. But we have a business for you to go and do so that you can be free. This is another slavery these people started in Biafra land. Police people ebubag them. They will call these people and bring all those electronics, all these wires. They are seized from people. They will give it to the person. Told the person to go around and look for those who are selling the same thing and sold it any amount. Warn the person that let him make sure that he sold it to person who gets shop. Like television, all these electronics of things. Give the person like 3 pieces. The person will go there and sold it anyhow. Even if you ask the person 5,000, the person will collect the money. After, for a while, you see healers with the guy with the handcuff now point you in your own shop that will just bring you out and video you, handcuff you immediately, beat you in the front of everybody, and put you inside their own heroes and run around the state and go and lock you up, starting calling 120, 150, 250, 350. So my brothers, these people are coming another dimension. So all the Biafrans should be wake up. Stay away from all those people. Hunger is around all our land. All these people know they are wanted to destroy us by all means. These Janjaweeds and our own brothers too, because that is one guy. We have witnessed all those things until we now starting asking questions. Until we catch one of them, ask the person who sent you to go and do all those things. He now leaked the secret, told us that see what happened, and is going on every day. And we starting running around taking peoples. They already messed people up in Biafra land. So great Biafrans, make sure you are listening to Radio Biafra. These people are wicked. Mazi, coming to what we are saying, our people should wake up. Nobody will save us from these people. Nobody. Nobody will leave his own country and come and save you here. I told our people that as far as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu rise up from east, from rejected people, rejected tribe on this planet Earth, that we are going to get Biafra. And all of us, not even individual, forget about evil politicians, all these religious leaders who are talking lobbies all over the place. Listen to Radio Biafra and learn something. Wake up. Stay. Don't say it. No. We are ready. No matter whatever these people are doing, we are ready for them. Whether you wake up today or you wake up tomorrow, sure. Imana ịgbakata gbakata ịtọ na ọsị mba na ya na-achụ gị na ị ga-ebido kwechụwa ya. Esogwedu gị kpee enu kpere from today to Jerusalem. God, you can never see God. You can't, no matter how you play. You know now, we have done this, yes, every day, night, midnight prayer, reading psalm, different types. But where are we today? For those who shouting, Obi is coming to do something good for Janjaweed's country. We have played now, everybody have seen it. Did the prayer change anything in Nigeria? The answer is no. Only thing is that man can challenge man, not God. You can pray, you can do whatever you want. But remember, our HOD said, Woten Ojibo, Jen Woten Ojibo, we are Dibo, anyị na ọfọ ka anyị na-agụ anyị adịghị ekpe ekpere. Wawa na ọjị every market day n'isi ụmụ Igbo n'isi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu anyị ga-worry that evil ahụ that make us not to rising up. Anyị ga-worry ya n'ọfọ. Anyị ga-make sure that we rise up and say enough is enough. Ekpere have destroyed us. Believing us, believing this, believing that can never save us. So great Biafrans, remember, our quest is to restore our dignity, to restore our nation called Biafra. We are not dragging any tribe, their own country, their own tribe. What we are trying to do is to make sure that we live like a normal human beings. Thank you, Mazi, for your good work. Remember, support ESN. Our leader must be free. Thank you very much for your good work. May Elohim bless you.
I think I have a caller that have been calling, which I wanted to take, but Unfortunately, it's not him calling again. Telling you. Somebody have been calling. I want to pick his call. This should be the last call, but I wanted to take this brother. Let me see. Caller on WhatsApp. Mazi, please make it just maximum 2 minutes, please. You're the last caller, please. Go on.
Well, Mazi, the last release.
There.
Yeah. I just want to say that religion is the weapon of destruction to our people. They use this religion to calm our people, bring them down to their knees, where many cannot stand on their right to fight something that belongs to them. People forget that the one you are seeing is the best than the one that they are promising you. The thing that you have never seen, you are imagining how to get those things. Many families today are not in peace because of religion. This generation of Nyanwodo, I used to call them generation of Nyanwodo, generation of Iwanyanwu. They are all cowards. Those that are still in IPOB, real, still in IPOB under DOS, they are those that are in the generation of Nnamdi Kanu. And I believe anyone that are that in generation now will stand. He will get our nation. We listen to what you played about in Southern Sudan. Our leader has used it for a lecture. And all those things are sinking into our ears. The one that are happening in our present, Ukraine and Russia, no other people that go to Ukraine to fight for them. Ukraine people from all over the world, they go back to defend their people. That is what we are expecting the Biafrans to do. No people will come and fight for us. It's only us we fight for ourselves and liberate ourselves. Mazi, I will stop here because of your time. May Okike bless you. Thank you, sir.
And you too. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, this is where I will switch off the phones, please. Tomorrow is another day. Some people are calling, but I will not be able to pick the calls. What we are doing is historic. For your information, that is why if you are genuinely part of this movement, count yourself lucky. That's why I say call yourself a saint. That is what you are. What we are doing, please, I want us to remove sentiment. Let us face the reality that is facing us. That is simple. We face the reality that is facing us. No sentiment. Because we have seen what sentiment have been doing us. We use sentiment in order to miss the target. That's why we must continue facing the reality, please. No person can do this for us. No person loves us more than we love ourselves. That is the reality that is facing us. The Southern Sudanese, I didn't finish playing the clip, and I will do it another day. They turned around and faced their reality and took the bull by the horn. It consumed, if not even more than half of their population. But they get what they wanted. They suffered many things that we are suffering today, even some more than us. When a tribe is prohibited from marrying another tribe in their land, the brothers and sisters, don't you see that it's worse? You see that? So, we must continue despite, let me tell you, you see, Nigerian judiciary, there is nothing we have to expect from the Nigerian judiciary. I am telling you authoritatively. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case is a special case. is a high-profile political case. It is not something that they give bail, this and that. If they do it, even if they do it, do you see the other time, 2017, very high stringent bail, very high stringent conditions. Are you hearing me? It is our actions that will push Nigeria into negotiation and nothing more. If we believe that, think that it is business as usual, go cut, and they believe it, after they will just release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Release Mazi. That's what some people think that want us to be doing on Radio Biafra. Anytime we come, we start singing it. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Look at Ikpere Kele Maria. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We must show resilience. Right from time I've been saying it. If they thought that removing our leader will make us jump ship and go, abandon the movement. What they are targeting is IPOB, because that is their fear. Because IPOB is the backbone of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's why they hold him, nothing more. They thought that once they hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they thought it's Igbo thing, because they believe that we don't have a strong psyche. We don't have we have very soft mindset, not mentally tough. That once Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there, this one will go the other side. This one, I bet it's now. Because that is the way they, profile the Igbo people. But little did they know that we are different. We are resilient. You can hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as long as you think you want. IPOB will continue towards the goal, and the goal is the restoration of Biafra. And it is that what we make our enemy, the caliphate, to negotiate with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What we are doing, and nothing more. Not lamentation. Let us relieve ourselves from this lamentation. Because church mego aya uruzie ndi obakwa. I will do bakwa. Lament us. I now lament all the time. We are. Let us do this thing once and for all. Instead of make it happen. You will see, before you know it, others will get what they are looking for. The people that have taken the bull. I have to say another 50 years, and they also be that generation. Say the international community said, nah, these people, they are jokers. They are jokes. They are jokes. So it's better we do this thing once and for all. Let us have this spirit of community as we used to be. That is going back to our roots. Let us stop this selfishness. Once you get your 1-story building, 2-story, you say you are gonna any other thing, one problem. No, Biafra one. That is very, very selfish attitude. Highly selfish. It doesn't make you a human being. That is why they fall under there, because they are community. They are moving as a race, as a people. When you move like a bunch, you sweep away anything you see on the road, like a broom. But your broom, you sweep, but remove one stick out of that broom. Check whether it can sweep. Nothing. It will break. But as a bunch, anything you see on the road, you sweep it off. That is how we should be. So don't think that your private comfort is enough. No, you are not comfortable until we are comfortable. We as a people. Are you hearing me? I could remember the example somebody called here one time and talked about, he said, whether one of his uncles that is rich, he built a house, put to light, where there is no with generator, everything. In the midst of people that cannot even fuel their pass my neighbor. Everybody is knocking every time to charge his phone in his house. And if you don't open, they target you. They say, "Nah, this man they wicked. Oh, no, yeah, they plan for you because they are more populous than you. They are more in population. That is why you are not comfortable until we become comfortable. That is what we should understand. So the man, as he said, the man just carry wire, put this thing outside his gate, put plugs so that people will not. You see, he tried to make the people comfortable as he could, so that he himself will rest. You see it. That is what we want. We are doing so. What we are fighting, not that we are doing this because we are hungry individually. No, but we want our collectivity, our collective goodness. That is the only thing. So that we stop being, caricature to others. We stop being subjects to others. That we can be able to hold our political elites accountable. Because in Nigeria they are nothing. They don't look at in the Senate, they go there to represent themselves. If you talk too much, they suspend you and you lose. You know what you are losing. So who are you going to defend? What are the politicians talking about the killing going on in Delta and in Biafra? The Nigerian military killing. Do they have mouths? Hiya, we shall do investigation. Investigate the same people that are slaughtering is them that will do the investigation. Don't you see how stupid and foolish people are? The army that is slaughtering everybody, now they will do investigation and convict themselves. Is that what you think? This is where I'm going to end it, please. Biafra remains our religion, it remains who we are, it remains our identity. We have no other religion except Biafra. And that is it. We drink it, we eat it, we sleep it, and we remain consistent and resilient until we get what we want. South Sudan did it. And today, they are proud of their country. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.
Yahweh, I've been asking. Yahweh, I've been wondering, where did the black skin come from? If Adam the first man is a white man, if Jesus the Son of God is a white man, and Gabriel and Michael are white men, all the saints in heaven are white men. Kediye mere omenala anyị jala anamaju o. Ajuju kamnaju. Yahweh, I've been asking. Yahweh, I've been wondering,